done a driving video in a while. It's been about a month since I did one, ever since my birthday. So I'm driving to my mother's place, which is pretty much halfway across, well, not really halfway across the United States, but pretty damn close. It's it's 700 miles away from where I'm living, and I'm pretty much halfway there at this point. And yeah, I haven't seen her since May, so you know, figure it's been 3 months, I may as well see her. So took some time off to do this good stuff. So yeah, if you don't get any videos, that's why. I don't know if I brought my connectors to my camera with me, but I have a few videos of Chrono Trigger ready to go. So yeah, there we go. Woo! Sunset, awesome. Yes, good deal. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna respond to a video with this. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I did about 4 or 5 takes of this video. So my plan is to keep doing this video, and whatever take I like the best is what I'm gonna use. Yeah, so about 8 months ago, I did a video in response to this other guy who he was, you know, in a lot of pain because he'd been in his mid-30s and he never had sex yet. So I kind of, you know, I did a video just to kind of give him some emotional support and to show him some sunset like I'm doing now. Yeah, no, I didn't really do that, but whatever. And you know, I just kind of expressed my opinions about that, and I think I mentioned I was going through a dry spell period where, you know, I didn't have sex for a good while, 5 years actually. And yeah, no, it's insane. In retrospect, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? But either way, just hear me out as I balance my camera, because the camera's going everywhere now. Alright. So, about a week and some change ago, I finally broke my dry spell. It finally, you know, did that, and it was pretty cool and whatever, and after that happened, I kind of had an epiphany, and I said, you know, I really need to, you know, share my knowledge with people who are, you know, really either inexperienced or they're overly nervous about, you know, women and sex and stuff like that and whatever. And guys like the guy I was responding to, I forget his first name, but I know his last name is Miller, so I'm just gonna call him Miller. And this Miller character did another video, and a recent one, and he was saying, oh, you know, this is like the main reason why I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. It's because I'm concentrating on you know, accomplishing all these things in my life. And he said, oh, you know, he says that he was like 37 years old, so it's too late, so why even bother? And it was kind of like him just kind of not, I don't really want to call it giving up, but you know, I mean, it was just like he was just saying, oh, you know, I'm not gonna go for it anymore. I'm done with this, and I want to move on. And I'm totally cool with that, but that's got to be, you know, your own self-determination speaking, not just you giving up because you don't think you can do something, so you're going to replace it with something else and never address what you need to address. I mean, this happened to my dad. It happened to my dad when he divorced from my mom 15 years ago. He completely drowned into work and, you know, spending time on me and trying to, you know, get me ready for college. That was his big thing. He was really obsessed with me being in college. So, yeah, and it was, I mean, I kind of saw right through it, even when I was a teenager. I said, man, like, you know, my dad, I have a single dad who, you know, I guess, you know, he should still be trying to, he should try to get over, you know, the divorce. But, you know, that's a really hard thing to do, obviously. But anyways. So what I want to do in this video is, I want to list and explain a few things that I've learned, in the duration of my dry spell. These are 10 things that I've, like, kind of figured out on my own, so to say. Let me turn on my air conditioner in my car real quick. I don't know how I'm doing this. I have the rare ability to text while driving too, but I try not to do that whenever I can. The first of these 10 things are going to be, you know, in response to your own, you know, a person's own self-esteem. You know what I mean? Not going to really talk about meeting women or meeting chicks or whatever. I interchange between girl, woman, and chick, by the way, so, yeah, disclaimer there. But anyways, yeah, these first 5 things, here goes. Number 1, very first and foremost, you gotta have an open mind about everything. I mean, if you're basing your own judgments about the world based on what other people are telling you, that is wrong. Okay, it's wrong, but it's also very, very common, and in my opinion, it's pretty much expected of you to have, you know, oh, let's just follow the popular opinion about stuff, you know, you know, when you have an open mind and you say, oh, you know what, this is different, but it's not hurting anybody, so I can deal with it existing, you know. I think that's a very positive mindset to have. Like I said, in regards to anything, not just meeting chicks, not just courtship. You know what I mean? It's anything really. That's all I have to say about that. Number 2, you gotta let go of ideals. What do I mean by ideals? I mean, like, one of the biggest arguments in Miller's video was that he said that he wanted to get a whole bunch of he wanted to accomplish a whole bunch of stuff before finding a girlfriend. You know, he was like, yeah, you know, I want to do this, I want to do that, and all that good stuff. And what a lot of people don't understand is that success is pretty subjective nowadays. I mean, unless you're, like, really hell-bent on starting a family, and even that is just my opinion. I mean, if I want to start a family, I want to make sure I have a good net worth. I want to make sure that I'm debt-free, or at least getting there, before I start a family. This way I can provide a very easygoing lifestyle for my family. But, you know, when you're a single guy, it's pretty much anything goes, man. I mean, life is kind of like a no disqualification wrestling match, where, you know, just beat the hell out of whoever's in front of you. You know what I mean? And you know, once you let go of those ideals that have been fed to you your whole life, you know, like the ideal that, yeah, you know, once you finish college, you know, you're gonna be 22, 23 years old, so now you gotta get yourself a really good, high-paying job that, you know, is in your job sector of school, of your course of study, so you can make, you know, maybe 6 figures, or at least approaching 6 figures a year. This way you can buy a car, buy a house, and start trying to start a family. You know, like, that's a pretty draconian, that's pretty draconian in my opinion, and really, like, it's kind of unnecessary, so, but that's just me. It's just, I mean, you gotta understand that all these ideals that are thrust upon you, they're really just opinions that became popular that's what I think, anyways. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but who knows, right? Number 3. I'm drawing a blank here. Crap. I had a list written down, and I kind of memorized it, but now I don't memorize it. Anyways, we'll just make this up as we go along. Number 3, you gotta understand that being beaten down by life doesn't excuse you from actually living. Because what Miller said in this video, he said, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm different, so people don't like me," and all that good stuff. You know, he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, women don't like guys who are different. People don't like other people who are different." And you know, that doesn't mean that you can't find other really weird, and this is a pretty cool looking mountain area here. I love Tennessee. I'm in Tennessee right now. I love Tennessee. I love driving through freaking Tennessee. It's fantastic. Anyways, you know, you gotta understand that, you know, yeah, if you've been through a lot of stuff. I mean, I've been beaten down by life too, man. Let me tell you. I mean, I had to deal with my single dad, you know, really disintegrating as a man, in my opinion, and not really, and kind of you know, suffering from a dead spirit, you know, for most of my teenage life. You know what I mean? And you know, he was really strict and overbearing, and you know, he really didn't know how to be tough, as well as be comforting and encouraging. He didn't know how to do that. So, you know, whatever. My first, and speaking of the whole virginity thing, man, my first time having sex, it was so bad that I really wish I hadn't done it when I did. And I don't want to give anyone the details about that. You can personal message me if you want them that badly. And you know, so you know, if you've been beaten down by life, I mean, it sucks. I'm not here to say, oh yeah, you know, I'm not here to say, oh yeah, man, you know, you gotta just you gotta go through it and just do it. You know what I mean? But like, understand that, yeah, feeling sorry for yourself is gonna happen, but also you gotta understand that, you know, other people who have been beaten down by life, like yourself, are counting on you to rise up from it, so that you can help them. You know, I really understood that. Number 4, I'm finally starting to remember what I wanted to say. Number 4 is about what's called approval seeking or reaction seeking in your thoughts, feelings, and actions and whatever. When you've been beaten down by life, it's very easy to be an approval seeker. What do I mean by this? I mean, it's very easy to, you know, buy people's stuff and you know, just to keep them around. I did that a while ago, about 4 or so years ago, when I was like trying to recover from all the deaths I had in the family, which I went through 4 deaths in the family between 2006 and 2008. I mean, so I really just wanted someone to kind of be there for me. And I said, you know what, I have a lot of money. My net worth's pretty high. So let me invite my friends to my apartment and have them move in with me. And you know, I'll hook them up and I'll expect them to be around for whenever I, you know, get really upset and emotional and stuff. And that was not healthy. That's what I mean by approval seeking. If you try to impress other people, that's also very approval seeking and not healthy at all. Especially when you have some kind of outcome planned out, you know, like let's say you know what? I'll go on a very controversial topic here. Bronies. Okay, if anyone doesn't know what a brony is, it's pretty much a guy who is obsessed with the show My Little Pony. Okay, yeah, this is a pretty crazy thing I'm talking about, but they're out there, and why are they into that kind of stuff? Some of them are, you know, really into it because they enjoy the show, and most of them, in my opinion, are into it because they want some cheap attention, and getting cheap attention, not cool. Am I saying that you can never be weak as a man? Not really, but you know, I mean, if you're gonna let your shields down, at least be approval seeking, at least be rapport seeking, you know? Like, if I feel bad about something, I'm not afraid to air it out. I'm not afraid to tell someone about it. I'm not afraid to say to whoever I upset or whatever. I'm not afraid to ask them, hey, did I say something to make you upset? I didn't mean to do that, and I hope that doesn't make your opinion of me, I hope that doesn't, you know, give you a negative opinion of who I am. That's a lot more mature than, you know, trying to get their attention and stuff. Or even, you know, clinging and that kind of deal, you know what I mean? So whatever. Number 5, before I end this video and go on to part 2. I mean, I'm bored driving, so I'm going to be doing these videos a lot. Number 5 is, you gotta stay away from toxic people. This also draws on the whole approval seeking thing. You gotta stay away from approval seekers. And if you yourself are an approval seeker, you gotta stop. Like I said, number 4. And what do I mean by toxic person? I mean someone who they're very negative about stuff. They have very negative opinions about pretty much everything ever. That's how I used to act when I was in high school. And they try to get a reaction from it. They try to get some emotional support. They try to get some, they even try to make people laugh. That's kind of how I was. I mean, if you imagine the main characters from the shows, Daria and Becker, that's kind of how I acted in high school. All the way up until the age of 21, pretty much. And, you know, some people enjoyed it. Some people were like, oh man, you're really funny for pointing out all these really, like, lame things that we have to go through as adolescents. But most other people, like, they didn't respond because they didn't want to respond because they didn't want to deal with me. And, that's because I was friggin' toxic. So, yeah. That ends part 1. I'm pretty satisfied with this video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and publish this one. So, yeah. Stay tuned for part 2. It's gonna be coming up very, very shortly. Peace.